The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Browns and the Saints, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit CD at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started.
And we are underway from the Superdome.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll send a tight end in motion right.
Singletary again.
And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taken at about the 36. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
A give running right is Chubb.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Caught by Turner. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Back to throw, Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw, Pickett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them given an inch. And that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Now Lawrence. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And trouble trying to middle here. They'll take this to the 46.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Pickett. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. He's got Turner. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. In motion right, Olave. Pickett sets up play action. Completes it to Perry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Pickett will look to throw it here. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 2nd and a couple. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
They'll throw again with Pickett. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Forced out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Kenny Pickett
Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Lawrence will throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 3rd and 3. Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone.
And this one is incomplete. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Both of these coaching staffs with some big decisions to make coming up as the preseason draws to a close. This second half is going to be filled with a lot of evaluation. And to bring it your way, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Here's Pickett. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Pickett. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Perry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Pickett back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Pushing his way through. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, 69 yards. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now Lawrence. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is taken in by Njoku. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And to throw again is Lawrence. Steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And he's got it. So they're trying for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Pickett.
Incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's
left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Right back to Njoku.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Grant Delpit showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll go play action here with Rattler. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he slings one that's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Payne. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 21 yards there on 3rd down. Back to throw again. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 29-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They go play action here on 1st down. Here's Griffin on the catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. This is 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Here's 1st down.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
So a field goal on this drive ties it. Remember, no overtime in the preseason, so we'll see how these coaches elect to play this.
He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 4, 27 seconds to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you were at the point where you had to take the shot no matter the down. Now it's 4th down coming up, but that may turn out to be irrelevant with how little time is remaining.
Pass caught, Miller.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Well, this is a pretty entertaining ball game, Charles. Had the lead changes going on in the second half, but I think for the losing side, not able to put any points on the board in the fourth quarter, that ultimately was what really stung them.
And you know what puzzled them during the game? It's going to puzzle them even more when they go back, watch tape, and try and figure it all out. Did they not make the proper adjustments, or were they just outplayed? They'll have to figure that out and get ready for their next one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.